Yo, what's up? This is Lorenz Tate.
Hi guys, it's Richie Tran.
I'm Harold Parano.
And I'm on with the husband.
Here with the husband.
On with the husbands.
We're on with the husbands.
Y'all ready for this medicine? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you on with the husbands. Welcome to the husbands live. Wow. That's right, we back another week. It's me, your host, Stacy Jordan. Of course, I'm here with my fellow husbands. I got Randy P with me today.
What's up, America? I'm in the house.
Yeah,
Your mic kinda limp. Why you going? Come on, man. My mic good.
He's a limp mic expert.
That's right.
He knows what being limp is all about.
Whoa.
Of course, we got
No argument.
we got the blue-eyed brother. Stu Baby is in the building with us.
What's up, people?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for giving a little bit more life this time.
I get some energy.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And of course, we got the single man on campus.
That's
It's
right,
the
that's right.
coach.
What's up? What's up?
Coach
What's up?
Will Flowers
Let's
is
do
in
it,
the
let's do
building
it,
with
let's
us.
do it.
We're so glad you tuned in tonight. We got another great show lined up for you. Now, you know how much we like to bring you information to help you level up in life. Well, this week we want to help you with building wealth and reaching your goals. We have two awesome guests here to help us with that. First, we have the co-founder of BitMari. BitMari is the largest black Bitcoin-based financial solutions company that's out there. Sinclair Skinner is the co-founder of that, and he's going to be with us, and he'll talk to us about building wealth through cryptocurrency.
Oh, I thought that was a gang sign or something.
No, it's cryptocurrency, man. You know that's big out there. Bitcoin, Litecoin.
Let me tell you something.
All
that's
that
a
stuff.
lot. That's gonna be the age of the new wave of the future.
I mean, it's here now, man. I mean, people are using it, but he's going to tell us all about it, everything we need to know. So we also will be joined by speaker, author, and mompreneur who's featured in this month's issue of Essence Magazine. We got Christine St. Bill in the studio with us.
Let's do it.
This is going to be a good one, man. This is going to be a great show. Listen, you're watching these husbands. I need you. If you're watching on Facebook, I need you to share it. Tell people about it. If you're watching on WHUR.com, call somebody up. Tell them. Go to the website. Watch them husbands. You know what? It's a slide menu on there. We on that slide menu. We ain't down there with Steve yet. You know, because Steve's
We do
down
have an icon though.
We do. We up here. You know, we move, but Steve is down here stationary. Him and Michael and Harold.
That's
you know,
right.
they the big timers. We knew on the scene.
We will get that real estate one day.
Hey, maybe. Hey, I'm with you, bro. But listen. Tell people to watch on WHUR.com. Go down to the slide menu, click on these husbands, and you can watch on YouTube. Listen, it's going to be a great show. You know these husbands, we going to make you laugh. We might even make you cry. Either way, you're going to get you some of this good medicine. You on with the husbands. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm loving the lighting today. The lighting in the studio is on point because the waves is popping. I'm getting seasick.
Huh?
My waves on the, I'm looking at myself on here
Oh,
on
man.
the phone. my waves, my
What you was
waves.
talking about?
My Indian is showing up. Whoa!
Really? Wouldn't that be your black side to give you the waves?
Nah.
Come on, man.
Nah, that's gonna give me the kitchen in the back here. I'm talking about.
No,
no,
man.
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Natives.
Both Will and I used to have waves.
No,
Randy
no,
get
you
waves.
lie. You lie so much.
I did. I used to have waves.
No, you didn't.
Oh, man. Anyway. I did
No,
used
you
to have
did.
waves.
I used to have
Thank
waves.
you.
He did.
Thank you.
The seasick.
Yeah.
You ain't had a seasick joints.
He did.
Bruh.
What you had?
I used to do this. Go
ahead, let me see.
I used to walk up to people and do like this. Which one got more waves? I used to do that. You remember that? You know I used to do that? They be like, what is he doing? Like, which
What you
one
do
got
now,
more
though?
waves?
What you do now?
I just wave back at the head that's gone.
Man.
Yeah, it's all good, though. It's all good. Anyway, let's get into this husbuzz, where these husbands are going to tell you what's going on in the world and in relationships this week. I want to kick this to you, Stu, baby, because you found an interesting story about libido and HIV medicine.
Yeah, young.
Yeah.
So I saw this article, whatever like that. Saw this story about a guy who was upset, or not upset, but he kind of was like, young, my wife's HIV medication is slowing down her sex drive.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Now look, the part of the story that I want to get to is
That's dangerous.
I get on here and I promote my marriage, right? I think I probably even have hyperbole when I say, look, it does not matter what she does. I'm staying in the relationship, right?
Right.
No matter what.
You've said that. You said it's 2 reasons.
Yeah.
You did give
You said if
reasons.
she hurt the kids or worship the devil, right?
That's it. I can't mess with that now.
Right.
And I be on here talking real big.
Yeah.
I be talking real loud about
you
it,
do.
right?
With
You
your
do.
cup running over and all that. Yep, all of that.
But I don't believe I've ever been tested like this. You know, I've been with my wife when she had like stomach flu,
yeah.
migraine, little bit of streak magic. Maybe.
You can't be telling.
Hey, time out. You need to explain what does streak magic mean? Does that mean
You talking about BBAs?
like Michael Jordan? You know,
I think
because he had a streak
I think
that
he
was
talking
magic
about-
You
2 times.
get a little bit of 2
I think he
on your do.
2
You
on
don't
your
want that. But
What are you
look,
talking about?
the
but look,
BBAs. The
I
boo-
don't
the
know.
boo-boo alert.
So you are in front of all these people, the DMV and America at large. You telling us that your wife is streaking up her shorts?
That's what you said. You done been
I ain't
with her.
saying like that. I'm trying to give an
That's what
example
you said.
of
You just said.
hard times.
You just-
what we going through.
You just told all these people that your wife don't wipe good. Look at his face. Your cup ain't running over no more.
Not
You
tonight.
You don't do that to a woman.
I know,
man.
man. Not tonight, bro. He said,
my
he said
God.
he walked down the steps like this.
Who's are these? Who's are these? Those are mommies.
Oh, sorry, man.
You guys finish or you done?
Okay, sorry.
So
My
look,
bad.
right? So
My
look.
bad. Go ahead.
This
Go
right
ahead.
here, this guy who is still willing to do what he needs to do with his spouse, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to get to this level, right? Because I don't know because I haven't been tested yet when I say I love my wife no matter what, no matter what
Yeah.
she does.
Right.
But when it comes to the magic, and y'all know what I mean, come to that
Explain
magic.
with the magic. This is an adult show. I mean, we ain't
That
raunchy
Magic
or
Johnson. If you got that, I don't know if I can get with it.
Oh, you told him you got the easy earth.
That man got 5 championships. That man got 19. He got 9 appearances in the All-Star game. Don't know if we can handle it, bro.
Okay.
Can you do it? Have you been tested to this level to still want to be intimate with your spouse if she got the magic?
The easy
First,
earth.
first of all, is like I'm not educated. Like, is there some medication that like?
Nah.
No.
So you rolling the dice every time?
You gotta
Yeah,
be. You gotta.
you gotta wear protection. Cause if
Oh,
you-
nah.
if it goes,
If you gotta wear
cause
protection,
or you
gotta-
celibate.
I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, or you celibate because it's yeah, man.
If you got wear protection, I can't have nothing between me and my wife, man.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't been tested like this. That's why the story was so interesting to me, and I wanted people to like. You got to get your level up, husbands and wives. You got to get to this level where you are willing to put it all on the line for the magic.
Are you in for the easy earth?
No, I can't do it because let me tell you why.
The easy Eric, man.
Easy.
I can't do magic. I can't do 32. Let me tell you why I can't do it, bro. Because there's certain things when it comes to intimacy with my wife that I want to do that I don't think I can protect myself from with her when it comes to the fluid.
Man, you definitely
You
can't
know,
do what you want to do.
You can't do what you want to do with your wife, and you want to do everything with your wife.
That's
Oh,
right.
Lord.
Right.
And I can't
Here
have
comes-
restrictions. I can't have a doctor's note to say I can't do it.
Here it comes.
you
Here it comes.
you
What's
talking
coming?
about-
What are you about to say?
I'm just saying, bro, I can't do it.
Okay.
You can't do. You talking about stuff.
I was just waiting for him to say something wild. That's all.
I know what you were talking about.
Ask our fans on here if they can mess with the magic
Yeah.
with their spouse.
Well,
Dude, that's
you
tough.
go
And you know
right
what?
ahead and ask him,
Sir,
huh?
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much for showing us how strong a relationship can be. Till death do us part.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And in
bro.
your case,
How soon?
till death do us part.
First of all, go ahead.
Anyway, listen, this is a story I found. This is quite interesting. It brings up a lot of questions for me. A mom in Michigan was arrested and brought up on charges of misdemeanor theft. What was she arrested for, you ask?
What was she arrested
Listen, it happened after she took her daughter's cell phone as punishment for getting in trouble at school. When the child's father, her ex-husband, found out about the punishment, he told the cops that the phone was his and that his ex-wife had stolen it. The woman was cuffed and removed from her home while nursing her baby. They basically made her put the baby down.
Yep.
Get in the car. She was then put into a holding cell for hours until she could post bail. Now, the first thing I'm thinking is, like, have they gone too far? Because how do you arrest a parent for disciplining their child, man.
Yep.
People done let the laws in, man.
That's
They done let
crazy.
the laws
Can you
in.
imagine? Can you imagine getting locked up for disciplining your child though?
I cannot imagine, but I can see it.
You can see
Whoa,
it coming
what?
right now.
What?
No, not on me. I'm just talking about if I saw it as this, I can see it. Based upon how crazy our judicial system is, how crazy the laws are now.
Yeah.
It's like it's taking all power out of our household.
Oh wow, bro.
You know, I think it feels that way at schools too. You go to a school, it seems like the teacher ain't got no control. Like
None.
there's like almost zero
None.
recourse for when
teachers.
kids do
Teachers
things.
have to deal with a lot of craziness. You know, matter of fact, I'll break it down to you even further. Teachers have to deal with 28 different personalities and 28 different other families and 28 different people who don't discipline like they should be disciplined.
Man, that man get mad.
Yeah, you are.
your neck
get
was
really
rolling.
spirited. Are you-
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you spent some time in the classroom, huh?
Oh, yes, I have been in the classroom.
Yeah.
Praise
Now
the
let me. Do you think?
Praise
Now,
the
do you
Lord.
think? I want to ask y'all this question. Do you think that was like too far of a reach for the law? You know,
No,
you don't.
I don't.
Why not?
Because of the specific case, right? It was a phone.
Yeah.
I looked at it. It wasn't the X-Man. It wasn't that 10, which is that thou. You taking that thou, you need to go to jail. That's a felony. Don't take that from nobody. But it had the 8, I think.
No, she had a 6. iPhone
Oh, the
6.
6? Oh,
She had-
well,
she had
wait
an
a minute.
iPhone
I
6.
think the 6 go about what? About 400 or 500?
She.
So the value of what was taken, mom might need to get locked up.
For disciplining her kids.
Sometimes you.
No, I ain't talking.
Absolute
Listen,
dumbest.
the discipline was she took somebody's possession.
Right.
That cost a certain value. With the law, you got to get locked up. You taking people's possessions. 500.
But the truth of the story is what?
What?
It wasn't the father's. It was actually her cell phone,
Right.
the child's cell phone.
That's what really happened.
That's what really happened. So the mother took the child's cell phone because of she was misbehaving in school.
But my thing
So we
is,
spent all that. So she spent all that time in court for
jail,
what?
pay bail, all that. My thing is this: how do they not like? This is how it's kind of crazy. How do they not look into it before they lock this lady up? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
she disciplines her kid.
I'd like to know if she was black or white.
This is a white lady. This is a white woman. So what? Now your feelings change? I don't know.
No, I mean,
But
you just,
anyway,
you just gonna
she-
throw somebody in jail. Just
I know, like, they
Oh,
didn't
rip.
even ask the question, and she had questions about it. Why didn't anybody inspect? Like, why is this? Is a mother? How is a mother stealing from her child? But anyway, after they learned that the phone didn't belong to the ex, the prosecutors dropped the charges, and the case was dismissed. This is another thing I thought. Have your parents ever done anything to you think deserving of calling the cops on them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Really?
Man.
I thought y'all was gonna be slow to say that.
Nah, man. I remember one time I got a spanking.
Uh-oh.
One time
Do tell.
I ain't do nothing. It was my brother, right?
Uh-huh.
And man,
Wait,
I
which
just-
brother? The
Brian,
older one or younger one?
Brian. Craig got more spanking than I did.
Dang, he put
But
his name out there.
Listen, they know me. So I just remember doing something. I was like, you know how you ain't do something and like nobody believe you,
Yep.
but you tell so many lies.
There you go. I was about to say Randy though.
Right.
You like.
So I was like, I didn't really do it. He like this. Keep on talking. Keep on talking. I like, but I didn't. He like this. When he had his hat on, he like this.
you knew it was over at that
He's
point.
like, see, talking don't do no good. See, he's like this. He's like this. You don't understand Randy's style. He says, you don't understand that. And so, after that spanking, I felt like,
Wow.
I was gonna go to my mother and say, can you call the police? Please? Like, please, mom.
Did you
He
do
needs to
that?
go. Heck no, I ain't go to her. No, she probably would have told him to spank me again if I did that. I ain't gonna do that, man. No, indeed.
I remember my mother saying, "You can call the police on me, but I'm gonna get out."
Oh, really?
like, what you think gonna happen when I get back?
Right,
She
right,
probably don't
right.
even remember that, but I do.
But what did
Go
you
ahead,
do
call
to
him.
deserve it?
Go ahead, call him. I don't remember, but yeah, you probably did. You probably deserved it. Even though
I ain't do it though.
not that time, but you probably did something else. So you deserved it.
I ain't do it that time.
You-
though.
Randy, you
I'm
probably-
still thinking about that one. I took one for the team for that one.
How about this? Have you ever disciplined your kids, punished them in a way deserving of the police being called?
Not police being called, but I did go into a space where I was like, dang,
Really?
I shouldn't have did that one.
What happened?
Like, it was one time with Malachi, Shut up.
He's gonna tell it.
I am.
Go ahead,
So
go
listen,
ahead.
we all have these moments. If you
Okay.
do not, something is wrong with your parenting skills.
So you know
Okay.
this is being recorded, right?
That's fine
Please
with me.
put it out there, man.
I don't
Listen,
mind.
listen, listen.
Listen, there are other daddies who have dealt with this.
That's
before.
right. We gotta help the other fathers.
Listen. Listen.
Tell it.
You know what? Forget it.
No, tell it, please. Tell it.
I'm not telling anything.
Come on, man. What? Now, don't do that. We just got the lights right.
Uh.
Come on, man. Just finish the story.
All right. So Malachi basically he got some cereal and his mom Alexis told him he could. I told him he couldn't because he just finished eating 3 waffles. So I came downstairs and he got the cereal in his hand and it was one of those things I took the bowl and I threw the bowl in the sink like, what's wrong with you? You ain't hear me tell you X, Y, and Z? And he just looked at me with these eyes like, I didn't know. Mommy told me. And it was like a thing where I should have heard what he was saying first before I reacted. That's all it was.
Right. I thought you would say you threw the cereal in his face.
No, I ain't.
I would have got him right.
Yo,
I wouldn't have
You
did
told
that.
that story.
you went ham on your son for eating
cereal?
cereal, bro?
3
Dog,
waffles.
he had
on a
3
Sat-
waffles though, man.
A growing boy,
Do
you gonna deny him?
No, them waffles are for the school week. Okay, let me tell you something. That's for breakfast. You eating outside the lane, man. We talking about preserving the menu for the week for breakfast. Okay, he messed up the menu for the week. Groceries ain't
You
cheap.
rationing out?
Yeah, we rationing out. Hey, you will see, my brother. You will see.
No.
He don't
You
know
will
yet.
see.
No,
He don't know yet.
no.
Listen.
Look.
You step up. You talk. What you? Hold on.
Get him.
You
get
are
him.
telling me that your kids ain't ate something they weren't supposed to eat something for the week.
I'm gonna tell you no for him. His kids do whatever they
They go in the refrigerator like this. They like this.
Right. They tell this family, excuse me, Dad. Move.
My man don't respect that home.
Oh man. I'm gonna tell you this though, real talk. I know about I'm not gonna say rationing because that sounds like you running out, but I know
not rationing.
scheduling.
Yeah.
I know, I'm gonna tell you about me. Look,
just sound
listen, we got it. Like, okay, I get that big bulk pack of Egos. I say, listen, everybody, this is enough for everybody to get it this day. That day, hey, I can't let them just move all through it.
You can't.
But bruh, you don't lay down the wood, bruh, for the Eggo and the
Not,
cereal.
not laying down wood.
You
but
reserved that
you-
beating for something else.
But I didn't beat him though.
Oh,
He said he didn't.
I
beat him.
didn't beat him. You ain't even listening to me.
I think the way you threw the bowl into the sink.
Now
like,
that
you
was
lost
very
it.
hard.
you scarred that man for cereal.
He won't step out the ration zone. Part of
Hey,
RZ.
but look, tell him about this. They're bringing corporal punishment back. They're
Go
bringing
check
corporal
it.
punishment back.
Check it.
In Georgia, right?
Yes,
Is it Georgia?
there is a charter school in Georgia that has introduced a policy on paddling its students for punishment. The charter school has introduced a policy, and the students can either, or the parents can either say yay, or they can say nay.
Right.
And if they say nay, they can get a 5-day suspension. Now they go through a 3-strike policy, and after that 3rd strike, you are required as a student, if your parents say yay, to go into a room with another adult, hands on your knees, and you get spanked. No more than 3 licks. That's what it says. No more than 3 licks. Hit 3 licks being the hit.
Right.
Now, basically, the what's the called? The measurement of the paddle is, hold on, let me look at you guys. It says 24 inches in length, 6 inches in width, and 3/4 inches in thickness. Now, I'll pose this question to you guys. Would you be in the yay or nay for this policy?
Now look, I'm yay. Hey, listen. If spanking your kids is in your tool belt, use it. But I say, look, I look at spanking like a tool. Like it's not something that you use all the time. This is why I hate spanking my kids. Even though if I got to do it, I'll do it. I don't like to do it. I think sometimes people don't know how to spank. You know, I think people get angry, and while they're angry, they spank, and you can hurt a kid in that space. And for that reason, I'm against it. I don't want anybody else. I don't trust everybody spanking my kid. I'm sorry. I just don't, and not because, kids don't need spankings. I'm just saying that I don't know these people.
Right.
I don't know what they got going on home and what they gonna take out. You ain't taking out on my kid.
Listen, and I also know my kid.
Yeah.
so listen,
I know your kid
they-
too. That's a whole lot of talent.
And you got to have a whole lot of patience. And I can see this. So the teacher told me I got a paddle. I'm about to get busy.
But what's determined to be something to get disciplined for? So all those three.
It said that it'll be disciplinary actions or following up with class disruptions or basically after the third warning. So whatever they consider after that third warning to be permissible or punishable, then that's when the beatdown happens.
But it depends though. It depends on what that kid is getting in trouble for. Like, you know, if the guy's a class clown,
Just by nature of who he is.
If that's his personality,
He finna get the wood laid
like,
on
come
him
on, man.
constantly.
When it comes to these punishments, right? I think our mind goes to this character on a TV or something. You're like, nah, I don't really know this person. Let me tell you what a school administrator looks like, right? And why I say yes, because I trust those school administrators. You want to see what the school administrator look like? Right there, Randy P. Randy P is in school with your kids, and if you get on Randy's nerves to the point where he needs to paddle you, I trust his judgment. He needs to wail on you because you have got 3 strikes against this man. This man love everybody.
All right,
But you know him.
I don't.
But that's what I'm saying. The teachers, 99% of the teachers are like Randy.
Heck no.
Okay.
Yes, we know a lot of teachers.
No.
Y'all don't do that. Look,
No.
if the teachers we know
Listen
say, hey,
here.
take that kid to get him paddled, it's probably warranted, man, because our kids are wild.
No.
kids.
Your kids are wild.
And they better spank them. Y'all better spank them. They come to your house,
Pause.
get them.
Time out. Are you telling me right now, like, let's not play with
In
this?
front of America.
I can spank your kids?
To the white meat.
Yes!
But
That second one is gonna get it! You know what? We should have a cookout. This weekend, we should cook out. I'll buy the meat. I'll buy everything. Come over.
And you be like this. You like this. You like this. Don't worry. I got it. I got you this time. I'm gonna hook you up.
I got it. It's all on me.
But look,
I get a bushel of crabs. The wolf's still open. Let's do it tonight. You know what? He can sleep over. He can sleep over.
Bring your kid.
Bring him.
Hey man, your kid ain't that bad.
Bring him.
Nah.
Bring him.
Don't do my man like that.
He told me I was an idiot and a jerk. I can't wait. Let me move on, Lord.
That sound like
I'm too excited. I'm gonna say this real quick because I really want to get on with the show because I got a great caller on the line. But real quick, there was a kid, a local kid, who actually got put off a football team because he's homeless.
I never got that logic.
So
Yeah,
a young
man.
fella from Ballou High School, right? Football player, has a look from Temple. He ends up getting kicked off the football team. Why? Because he's homeless. Now his father died. The story is his father died. So now he's going from couch to couch to find a place to live. But the real problem is that you have to have an address on file to say where you live. And so because he doesn't have an address, they kicked him off the team for violating this protocol. So now, luckily, you know, some of the local officials are going to talk to the principal to try to get him back on the team because he has looks from colleges.
Right, he got an
offer.
Temple.
From Temple.
Temple.
Yeah, he got an offer from Temple. And I want to put this out here real quick. His name is Jamal Speaks. That's his name, Jamal Speaks. And
We got your back, brother.
He has a GoFundMe page, so you go to GoFundMe.com and look up I Am Jamal Speaks, JamalSpeaks. And check him out. He's got a GoFundMe. He's actually raised a nice bit of money. He was only trying to raise $5,000. He's up to 17. I keep giving because I'm sure he needs way more than that much money. But Jamal Speaks. Hey man, I don't know if you're watching tonight, but we got your back, bro. Do your thing. All right, you're on with the Husbands right here on WHUR.com and on Facebook where we're taking and reading your comments live. I don't know.
Lynette got one.
What'd she say? What's she talking about?
Some kids are bad. And for these
capital B.
kids, it needs to go back to the old school whoopings.
Yep.
I added the whoopings,
She
but
didn't
I
say
know
that.
what you're
I
saying.
believe it for them. For
Just
them
not
ransom
beating my
kids.
kid, dog.
But nobody's beating my kids. But look, check it out.
Huh?
We got our YouTube audience who's watching. We appreciate you guys, everybody who's tuning in. I want to go into this this segment because I got a great guest on the line. We have Sinclair Skinner. He's the co-founder of BitMari, which is the largest Pan-African Bitcoin wallet provider that's using blockchain technology to open doors of financial inclusion and economic empowerment. Now, when I heard about this, brother, interestingly enough, we were having a great conversation about blockchain technology like a couple weeks ago. And I found this guy, and he's going to school us, he's going to educate us on what we need to do to be a part of this whole movement. Brother Sinclair, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening.
Good evening. So good to have you. You're on with the husband.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the
Yeah, I got whoopings too, so I sure not ain't gonna just have anybody whoop my kid. I ain't
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm not gonna
I ain't gonna have the sharecropper whooping my kid.
Hey, he got big hands. He got big hands.
That's what they don't need to be brought back now.
You said some stuff.
Woo. Man. Woo, I can do that. Nah, I mean, whoo.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think you're better off for having whippings, or would you have been better off without them?
No, I was better off with him. My father was military. He made his own paddles. He put in that work. It was fine. But my older brother ended up in jail most of his adult life. We both in the same house. Parents been there 50 years.
Wow.
That crack epidemic in '87 hit. My parents didn't know what the hell that was and weren't prepared for it. And we don't talk about it, but that stuff was, that was really some serious chemical, biological type warfare. There's nothing we had ever seen like crack cocaine.
Yeah.
So he just got straight. We got him into a program, the first private program where he's actually in California, where he's been drug free. He got on that K2 on the latter part of his addiction.
Oh wow!
And, which was real crazy. And now he's been sober almost 150 days.
Oh man!
Wow.
Give it up for that, man. Give it up.
I'm 49. He's 51.
Okay.
So
wow.
Yeah, that's a real consequence.
That's strong.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations to him on that. Absolutely.
Yeah, humbly, brothers. Woo.
Yeah. And congratulations to you, man, on BitMari and what you're doing. Tell us about it. Tell us about BitMari and what your mission is with the company.
Our catchphrase is decolonize your life. It's about liberation. We think that, politics can help and people protest can help and even maybe some philanthropy can help. But we think technology can make changes faster and quicker than many other forms of change that we've tried. I like to give people the example of one of the most humiliating times being a black man in America was trying to catch a cab. You stick your hand out and they just drive by you. And when they came out with this innovation called rideshare apps, and even though it wasn't the primary reason why they came up with it, it rendered a lot of that behavior obsolete. So that type of oppression became very obsolete because we had better options and better choices that we can make instead of depending on these folks who never would stop for us.
Yeah.
And then even in communities where they wouldn't go, now a brother or sister could actually be an Uber driver.
Yeah.
With technology like blockchain and Bitcoin, you actually can create your own Uber decentralized platform where we wouldn't even need Uber to do it. And we could manage the pickups and who's driving using technology called the blockchain. And blockchain or Bitcoin, which is the most successful application of blockchain, is just a series of data connected together like a chain. So that's why they call it blockchain, blocks of data connected. And each block of data is encrypted, and you can't duplicate it. So when you send a picture to a friend of yours, that's the data. Before we had to take them pictures and you had to go get it developed and go to the, whatever. And it was kind of crazy. Now you just use your phone, take the picture. You don't like it, you redo it. It's all good. That's all because you're using data. Right. Well, if we really think that crumbled up dollar you have in your pocket makes sense, it doesn't. It's really just data anyway. Even though people still walk around with those crumpled up pieces of paper, much of what we deal with in commerce and business is still done digitally. What Bitcoin did was actually allow us now to control that type of store value or digital money in a way that doesn't require you to have a bank or a PayPal or a Visa. Now you can actually, just like you did with those pictures, You can send it whoever you want to. And unlike those pictures, you got to be careful when you send it. They can't copy these. They can copy them pictures, so be careful who you send them to. But with this Bitcoin, they can't copy it. It's encrypted. So in a very strong way, about 2009, some group of people, a person under the name of pseudonym Satoshi Nakamura, came up with this white paper, or basically a description of how to create this technology called Bitcoin. And now people have been using it to exchange value all over the world.
I want to go back to something that you said before about, because this was really interesting to me. You said that we can create our own decentralized Uber using blockchain. How would you actually do that?
So what happens now, the difference between centralized and decentralized, or open source or closed, is that Microsoft controls all the transactions. So just like your bank controls all your transactions, the bank doesn't want you to do something, they can just cut your account out.
Right.
Period. Like, it's your money, but since you allow them, they got custodial control over your funds. They can tell you no, you can't, or they can tell you how much money you can take out.
Right. Well, they'll do that. They give you like a limit per day how much you can take out.
And it's your money. With blockchain technology, you're actually able to store data without a centralized person in control of it. So the way you could do the Uber, or the point that being made with blockchain and Bitcoin, the most popular application of Bitcoin, of blockchain, is that you can actually have what these people call miners. There's people throughout the world that are processing the transactions who don't even know each other. And they're able to process the transactions that you're using the blockchain for, and they don't even need one person in charge. They all have the same data, and they all are doing the transaction. So there's people who have that, and I keep saying blockchain, but let's just say Bitcoin for now, because that's the most common one.
Okay.
The first Bitcoin block is called the Genesis block. The very first one that ever was created, right?
Okay.
When people are processing these transactions on everyone's computer, who's a miner, they have every transaction from the Genesis block to the last block on their computer. And this is, again, decentralized all over the world. So if 10,000 computers go out, the other 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000, whatever, they still have all the blocks on their computer.
So
there's
the
no
record
one
is
centralized
dispersed.
person with all this information. Everyone has the same information.
Okay.
And when they process it, whoever can process that block the fastest, the next block the fastest, they win Bitcoin. So it was like a gamification way to incentivize people to use their computer to make these transactions happen.
Okay, wait. Half of us ain't as smart as you are. You said gamification. Does that mean making it like a game?
Hey, bro, make it like I'm not trying to be funny style.
You said what? Say that again.
I'm not trying to be funny style. I'm sorry. They made it a game.
Yeah, okay.
So processing the Bitcoin, whoever does that processing first gets rewarded with their own Bitcoin. So let me say it another way. So when you're using Bitcoin to send to someone else, there's a decentralized group of people using their computers to allow that transaction to take place. Then your question would be, why would they use a computer to do that? That sounds like they just, altruistic. No. If they are able to process that the fastest, they win a Bitcoin for doing it.
Right. Okay.
So computers have now been leveraged to do computational, to process this information all over the world. And there's no Microsoft, there's no Bank of America, there's no Wells Fargo in charge of it.
So I can literally sit on my computer. I can be a miner, and I can create my own Bitcoin, which allows me to do transactions wherever I need to around the world.
In 2010, you could.
Okay.
So what happened was, as more people, it's a race. Remember, it's like a game. As more people tried to be faster, they went from using CPUs on their computers to game cards to now they have what they call cloud mining, where they have a group of processors working collectively to process this. So for a person to get involved at that level of mining now, it becomes very expensive. Now, the thing is with mining also that people don't talk about, the reason why they call it mining is because there's 21 million Bitcoins that ever can be mined. The original white paper, the original program that was set up for Bitcoin calls for only 21 ever to be mined. And as more and more Bitcoins are mined, just like in a physical mine, the more you mine, the harder it is to mine. The more difficult it is to process. Why? Just like with gold. You get a gold mine, it starts off with a lot of gold, but then as you get to the bottom, or oil, you get to the bottom of it, it starts to get more difficult. The same thing with this process. The 21 is set up so that it's what they call anti-inflationary. Let me say another way. The U.S. dollar is really a lie. It's not really worth $1. It's just worth whatever the government tells us because they keep making so many of them, just basic economics without trying to make it weird. If they make more dollars, that means the dollar should actually be worth less.
Right.
But in reality, since our government bombs people and takes people's countries over, if they don't want to play ball, bad things happen.
Are you about to get us cut off saying stuff like that?
Right. Because of love and kindness, people go along with it. However y'all want to do it.
Hey, but look, I want to do this because there are a lot of people who listening who are just. We've heard about it. You know, I've done research. I've read white papers. I have learned about blockchain. I've had conversations about it. But there's somewhat of a gap between, you know, what I have come to understand and how I can use it in my everyday life. And how can we do that? If you can explain to us and the people who are listening, how can we leverage blockchain and Bitcoin in our everyday life and our everyday use so that we can actually begin to build wealth or at least make ourselves financially stable and free?
Well, let me first, and I'm going to introduce something. I'm going to introduce something because it's a project that I'm working on and what we own. What we have with BitMari, we're just doing Congressional Black Caucus weekend. We introduced a I Love Black People coupon, and the person can go to bitmari.com or they can go to iloveblackpeople.com and they can download our application, and it allows you in that application to start using our coupon as well as allows you to store Bitcoin. So the first thing I would say, check out our website, bitmari.com, or go to iloveblackpeople.com, download, get into the space right away. You can use Facebook, Google. It's simple to get on board. The first thing I would say is that there's multiple cryptocurrencies out there, but the most widely used, the most successful one is Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. So there's Ethereum, it has Ether, there's Ripple, there's a host of different tokens out there. Litecoin, Stellar has a coin. I tell people, just in my experience, that Bitcoin probably is the one that's going to be the most successful based on what we know now. Even though it's expensive, one Bitcoin right now might be worth $6,000. But they're divisible into 100 million. Let me say another way. Just like a dollar is divisible into 100 pennies, a Bitcoin is divisible into 100 million. The 100 millionth of a Bitcoin is called a Satoshi, which is the name of the person or pseudonym that actually created it. So you can get $50 worth of Bitcoin. Most people who are in this space think that Bitcoin is going to go from $6,000 probably to $60,000. I'm not giving you any financial advice.
Sure.
This is what people are talking about, so please don't. I'm a mechanical engineer by profession. So you're talking about a magnitude of 10 times an investment. So this can be hard to find something outside in stock markets and other places that are going to perform that well. Now, there's some people who go after tokens because there's tokens out there outside of Bitcoin that are new. They call them ICOs or altcoins, which might be only worth 50 cents for one coin. And what people do there, they say, I'm going to get in like it was the first days of Bitcoin. This is worth 50 cents now. It might go up to $1,000, and I'll make all this money. But that's true. But most coins fail. Most of them don't. Most coins that have been developed have not made it.
But how are people? How are people buying? I apologize. How are people buying them? So can they buy them through BitMari?
Yeah, well, they can buy it through BitMart. Our partner is called Uphold.
Okay.
It's Uphold, and it's easy. You connect it to your bank account. You can go and buy it like that. Some people go take an ATM, and they go and put their information into an ATM.
Oh, okay.
There's Coinbase. There's Gemini. But the company we work with, and we think is a good company because they work with small black businesses, is Uphold, UPHOLD.com. And they're our partner, and you can buy Bitcoin through them through our platform.
Okay.
Now, I tell people the best thing to do is just figure out how much Bitcoin you're willing to, how much money you can spend. If it's $50 every 2 weeks, if it's $10, whatever your number is, just buy it over. And they call, I think again, I'm not a finance guy, I'm an engineer, but there's a concept called dollar cost averaging. And you just kind of average out what you're going to put in, no matter if it goes up or down. And as time goes by, you'll see this investment, or what they call holding Bitcoin, hopefully increase. And that's what it's done over time. Even though it fluctuates, because Bitcoin is not controlled by the government, you can say it's $1, even if it's really not. Let me say it another way. If somebody told you $1 was $1, what lets you know that there's a thing called inflation is because what $1 could buy in 1969 and what $1 can buy now is totally different. Now, even though they say $1 is $1, it's actually worth less.
Now I want everybody.
Bitcoin,
I want everybody to know what, because we have to move on. But I want to let everybody know, because you've given us a whole lot to think about. But let them know your website, because I know that they can go there and get some information. Let them know your website again. We actually have a graphic that we can
I
put
love blackpeople.com. I love black people. ILOVE blackpeople.com. That's the best way to remember it. It takes you directly to our site. You'll see all the things we're doing in Zimbabwe. We're actually working with women farmers. You want to invest, if you want to sponsor a woman farmer, we got projects in Zimbabwe, great opportunities there. There's a host of things you can do with this technology that you couldn't do before. You don't need a membership. Be careful of scams. If somebody got this thing called like carrot coins, there's all kind of tricks out there. You don't have to be a member.
I've seen some of those things. But you don't have to do that when they go to your site.
No, you don't have to be a member of nothing.
Okay.
You can just buy this like you buy a commodity. You don't need to be, downline somebody's multi-level marketing scheme. This is not a scheme.
Which I've heard.
Technology.
Okay, well, we got to go on, but you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. You heard. You can go to bitmari.com. I want to thank Mr. Sinclair Skinner for coming on and giving us all that information.
Yes.
I know it's a lot to digest.
Yep.
Even reading and learning about the blockchain is a lot, but appreciate you for coming on, sir, and giving us so much information.
No, thank you guys for what you're doing. I mean, we need what you guys are doing. We need good fathers out there.
Thank you,
we
sir.
need the resources.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Man.
And thank you so much. Enjoy your night. Man, learning about, look, that's like drinking out of a fire hose.
That was
all
like
that information.
big old bowl of Kool-Aid.
That is a lot of information to try to absorb. I mean, but it's a lot to try to learn in such a small amount of time.
Yeah.
But check them out, man, at BitMart. It's one more thing that I want to tell everybody about, which I meant to do at the top of the show. There's a great organization called the 4Jazz Foundation, and they are working with Mothers Against Drunk Driving. On September 22nd, they are having a casino night, and it's at Village Commons Community Center, and this 1326 Main Chapel Way in Gambrels, Maryland. You gotta go and be a part of this, because all of the proceeds are going toward paying for the event, and they're starting a scholarship.
Yep.
So go out and be a part of that, because it's a casino night put on the 4Jazz Foundation. Village Commons Community Center, 1326 Main Chapel Way in Gambrels, Maryland. Look, we are we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk to a business mom who's definitely in charge and is showing other moms how to take control of their lives and goals. Stay tuned. We're going to be joined by none other than Christine St. Ville right after this. You are on with The Husbands.
Wait.
Watch The Husbands on your computer or your mobile device by going to WHUR.com. Just scroll down to the sliding menu and click on The Husbands to watch every episode. You can also watch and comment live every Thursday night at 8:30 on our Facebook page at Real Husbands of Largo. Be sure to follow the page and turn on your notifications to be alerted when you can join the conversation live. Want even more access to The Husbands? Follow us at The Husband Show on Instagram and on Twitter. You can also find us on YouTube at The Husbands.
You're with The Husbands right here on WHUR.com and at Real Husbands of Largo on Facebook. We're reading your comments live, and absolutely, we got our YouTube audience. I hope you guys are still with us. That was a lot of information. That was a lot of good information. Look, if you're a brain, like I can sit and listen to that. I know I'm looking at you. It was hard for you to absorb all of that. I could listen to.
What are you saying about my man's intelligence?
No. I said looking at him like the way he was looking.
Oh, I thought
not
like
that he
his
looks
natural appearance.
unintelligent. Oh man, come on, man. Let's not. He started stuff.
I'm not.
He trying to start stuff. Anyway, let's get into this Real Talk segment, which is brought to you by Reborn Apparel, featuring Reborn Kings and Reborn Queens. You want to rep your faith with style and grace? Go to RebornKings.com and check out their full line of chic and seasonal gear. And if you purchase anything using code RHOL, you get 20% off your next purchase. Just visit www.RebornKings.com and make your purchase right after the show. I'm really ready to roll into this segment.
Yes.
I've been waiting to have this guest on.
Get the energy out.
Yeah.
Whoa! Went to sleep.
Stop it. Hey, man. What are you doing,
Somebody
man?
rude.
Man, that was great information, man.
No, I'm gonna do the Bitcoin joint.
Yeah, you got to check it out, man. Anyway, if you got kids, spouse, and job, you know how hard it can be to make time for your own life and well-being. The struggle is real. And life can get really hard and hectic sometimes. But fret not, family, because tonight we're bringing you that good medicine. We got exactly what you need for the level up. That's our thing, baby, the level. Even before Sierra came out with it, we was talking about leveling up. Look back. Anyway, here to talk about how to take control of your life, your health, and your goals is the speaker, author, wife, and fly mom. She's been seen on Good Morning Washington, Dr. Oz, and featured in this month's issue of Essence Magazine. Please help me welcome to the studio, Christine St. Ville.
Next week. I like that. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Look, my husband probably watching like, okay.
Man,
simmer
calm down.
down.
Don't get excited over my wife. Don't get excited.
Man.
I appreciate the love.
Listen,
Happy
you
New Year.
don't get the love because you on with the husband.
Let's do it.
Yes. I'm so happy to have you. Let me see that.
Here you go.
This young lady, excuse me, I don't want to reach across your face. This young lady was featured in this month, September issue of Essence Magazine. If we can get it, I know you're looking on that camera. Let me get you right here. She's in Essence Magazine with an article called "Motherhood Takes a Village." That's the September 2018. You got Naomi Campbell on the cover, but we got yes, she is. But we got you in, you know what, I was going to say in the sheets, but that's not right. I'm in the pages. That's better.
We got it.
Husband
Yeah, 'cause,
watching.
you know, yes, and but that's just what came to my mind right away, but not that way.
I got
Sheets of paper.
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
That's what I
Way to
mean.
clean that up.
But it's so good. It's so good to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Talk
Thanks
about
for
leveling
having
up.
me.
I'm watching you. I've been watching. I've been trying to get you on the show forever.
We have been trying to make it work.
You are really doing big things.
Thank you.
Talk about. I mean, you just had the mom. What is it, the moms conference?
Yeah, so I just came back from Dallas. I co-hosted a retreat called the Motivated Moms Retreat with my girl Latoya. So all about taking care of yourself, all about making sure that your self-care comes first so that you can be a better wife, a better mom, sister, whatever it is, because, you know, you can't take care of other people. So you talk about the Fly Mom. The Fly is actually an acronym. So when I started...
and that's why you got that, like, trademark. That's you.
So when I started blogging in 2012, my whole mission was to empower moms to go after their goals and dreams and not allow motherhood to keep them from doing those things. And so I came across a quote that said, "Fly, first love yourself, everyone else comes after." So I started, adopting the Fly Mom mantra because it's important for us not only to look fly, feel fly, but we really do have to learn how to take care of ourselves first. And as moms, it's hard to do.
Do you find that? Do you find that women, and in particular, I want to say black women, do you find that black women are less likely to put in that self-care?
I do, and it's actually, interesting because coming off of this retreat, there were so many moms, women who shared like almost losing their life or having serious health challenges because they put their self-care on the back burner, because they ignored, those things that their body was telling them that they needed to take care of, and they kept putting it off. So, that's part of our mission, is to really just understand that you can take care of yourself. You can be selfish, because guess what? If you're sick and in the hospital, you can't take care of nobody anyway. So you got to learn how to take care of yourself first.
I want to ask you about this article, but you said something before the show started, which, I just want to pick with. I want to hear you say. I've heard people come on and talk about, you need to have a show about work-life balance. You need to have balance. Tell us how you feel about balance.
I don't believe in balance.
Oh!
So I like to say that I juggle well. So, with balance is you think about, the tires on your car, like those need to be balanced because you won't be able to drive, right?
Right, true.
But trying to balance your life, I can't give 100% of who I am to my husband at the same time I'm giving that to my kids. Something is going to slip, something's going to fall through the cracks.
That's right.
So we tend to try to carry all of these plates, try to pull all of these things on our own plates, and then it falls, and then we're trying to figure out what happened. It's because you're trying to give everything the same amount of attention, and you just can't do that.
Now, Now, does that set up for like anxiety and like mental
Absolutely,
breakdown?
yes.
Because
like
you feel
absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I literally, when I started Moms in Charge, I was coming out of postpartum depression. I was coming out of, just not taking care of myself, and I got to the point where I realized, like, when I start feeling overwhelmed and stressed, it's because I'm putting too much on my plate. It's because I'm trying to do too much. So, I had to learn how to start saying no, and that's another thing that a lot of us moms have trouble doing, is saying no.
I'm gonna kick it over to Stu, but I want to ask you this right quick. Did you notice that when you were doing a lot more, did you notice that it affect you? Because we the husbands. Did it affect your relationship with your husband?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really care for who I was becoming. Like, just...
Ooh, they ain't ready for that.
Just, I was a lot more snappy. I was a lot, not just with the husband. You know what?
man, hey, you tell her
How do you... Is there something going on? Like, you need to discuss with your wife? Like, what is happening?
This interview around. I'm going to chop this up to make it sound like you telling these wives what to do. These wives need to get right, don't they?
It's serious. Like, you really have to start taking control of your own actions. Like, we're always in choice, and so we can't always say that, it's their fault for not. No, like, you're putting it on yourself.
Wait, Stu, I promise I'm going to pass this on to you.
No, keep going, because she giving them that medicine.
Please, no, because I want to know.
And let me just say, my husband and I just celebrated 13 years on
Monday.
Congratulations, 13 years.
Yes, we've been together
amazing.
19. So,
wow.
Yes.
19. So that means that y'all were like high school sweethearts.
Almost. I like to say he was my sweetheart. He just didn't know it.
Oh, man. So you stalked him and you got him. That's what's up. That worked. Man.
Yes.
But you said this thing. We can't blame. What you mean by that? We can't say it was their fault. What you saying?
So we just have to learn how to, and I had to learn that. And I still, at times have to check myself about just being accountable for our own actions. So, my husband can't make me happy. Like, I have to find that happiness on my own. Like, I can't expect, because I'm walking around with an attitude, that he automatically knows what's going on. So I had to learn how to communicate my feelings, how to communicate the fact that I needed time for myself, because I came from working in corporate, a very, demanding job, to being a stay-at-home mom of 3 under 3, and not communicating the fact that I needed to take time for myself when he got home from work. Like, that's your break. Like, I need a break out of the house. So I had to learn how to verbalize that instead of...
Wait. You gotta go back. What you mean by that's your break? What you mean by that?
That listen.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Talk, please.
Going to work, if you're when I became I'm gonna speak for myself.
Talk about it, please.
When I became a stay-at-home mom, before I was working corporate, so my husband works overnight, so we never did babysitting. I would come home, he would go to work, we'd swap. Right? So when I would be looking forward to going to work, because I'm like, okay, I can have a little adult time. I can, breathe a little bit, and then get home with the kids. Well, when I became a stay-at-home mom and I quit my job, I didn't have that outlet.
You know why I made you stop there?
Because
I used to work in corporate. I came home, and I'm telling you, I would say, because I be with them kids all day. Jesus. Changing diaper after diaper after diaper after pull up.
Yeah.
And that's like before I got into cleaning up their messes. And I was like, this is harder than going to work.
Yes.
And I'm trying to build a business too, and,
Right.
and trying to set up all these things. I was like, this is not doable. But my argument was this: when you go, that's a break.
Yes.
Like you talking to people, and you get to drive,
Yeah.
and you get to go out and have
Listen, I make all the
lunch.
stops on my way home, okay?
Yeah.
I think we need some bread. Let me go ahead and
for
make
real,
a
man.
stop right quick.
Yes.
Yes.
Just stop because
But it really was. It was a break.
it's a break. Because
Yeah.
look, I became a caregiver. We never did babysitting either.
Right.
My
See?
wife was at home. She went to work. I tried to go for a better job and it fell through. So she was making more money. But our thing was we don't want to do babysitting.
Right.
We want to do
That was
daycare. So
us.
I came home. I started working my business, came home. But I became a caregiver, and I think I understand a lot of those concerns. And so, I don't think it's about being a man or a woman. I'm just saying,
It's-
from being
yeah.
that caregiver, I mean, there are differences in being women.
This bro really passionate right now.
I'm just saying I went
It's
through
real.
it.
bro. What's
It's
wrong,
real.
bro?
I
Get it
went-
off your chest,
Listen,
bro.
if my husband was here, he'd be saying the same thing because it
Whoa.
was not easy.
It's not easy.
You know,
but
taking
I don't
care
want
of
to take
babies.
It's not. I don't want to take your shine.
And he working a night shift and, all
Yes.
of that. So,
And let me say this. Let me say this. I'm not saying this in any way to say that my wife is not bearing any of the burden. Because my goodness. My good, especially now because
It came off,
because
though.
of I know, and
It came off, bro.
Dang,
You ain't getting no help.
no
Support.
I didn't say that.
You left that man behind.
No, I ain't say
That man was struggling.
I had to
That man had to go to the supermarket to get away from you. Stop. Whoa.
You hear that, Veronica? But no, I'm just saying because I do not want to get at me. I truly believe this. My wife and I are a great team, and if it wasn't for our
that's the key
teamwork,
word right there is team.
it just would not have worked.
Yes.
I just had my frustrations in that time.
Right. Right.
And I'm going to what you're saying about that other person can't make you happy.
Right.
You got to know
Right.
how to find those outlets for yourself. But go ahead,
Absolutely.
please keep preaching.
Absolutely. I mean, it really is. And we talk about being a team all the time. And unfortunately, we're surrounded by, people who just give up and there's all these divorces going on. And it's like, but are you really in it? Like, how are you fighting for your marriage? And what are the things that you're doing to contribute to each other? And so we had to allow ourselves, each other, our own space, but then also like, okay, how can we help? Like right now, I told you he was going to come with me. Like
Right.
youngest is 6, so hey, he's staying home, with the kids. But it really is a juggle. I travel a lot, like for work and different things. So between my parents and him, like he'll take off work, he'll do whatever. But it's always been a team effort.
That was in your article. I'm sorry, Randy.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. You said lean on your circle.
Absolutely.
You said that in your article, and I put that down. Like I got your whole article right here. I read through it. I was taking notes and everything. But
Thank
you said
you.
lean on your circle. That's true to what you said. But go ahead, Randy. Go right ahead.
I was gonna ask, like, how do you build in time? How do you do that building time where you work on your business and you also build in that time to make sure you spend time with the children and make time to have the still build intimacy, with your husband. Not like that. I'm talking about intimacy is more than just that.
No, but I knew you was going there
But I
because
ain't
that's
talking about-
important.
but I ain't
That's
talking
important.
about
That is
no.
important.
I'm talking about
It's
just
important.
I'm just talking about just the connection.
Yes.
Just the connection.
Well, that's a great question. Well, we homeschool first of all, so
Wow.
we
Y'all
That's
like
adding another layer.
That's
For
what
real,
super couple
it is,
is.
man.
Because y'all home all the time.
You starting to make me feel insecure about my own life.
Wow.
but
Let's travel and we don't have a babysitter. And I
But
just came
the
from
beauty
Dallas,
of that
and I
is-
homeschool.
and with the work, with the work that I do get to take the family a lot. So
Okay.
we do get to travel. My
I
kids
seen
have
you.
been
I
to
seen
Disney
you.
several times.
Whoa,
they get
Disney.
They get to experience, mommy working. They get to, all of that. But we make each other a priority. Like our kids know, when mommy or daddy are hanging out, like, or when we're talking, like,
Right.
Yeah.
we're like, this is our time together.
Talk
Like
that
even when we go out to eat sometimes, they'll be like,
Gotcha.
I want to sit to daddy. I want to sit next to mommy. No, mommy's sitting next to daddy.
that's
Wow.
Y'all sit over there.
That's what we
Mommy,
do.
dad, you know what I mean? Because they have to understand that our relationship comes first. Like
Right.
everything
Yes.
that we are a team first and foremost, and our kids have to see that.
I
So
want you to dive a little deeper into that because there's some women who will say, my kids come first.
Listen.
They are my blood or whatever. Talk about
Man.
it. School them. School them.
but would your kids be there if it wasn't for
Nope,
your
if it
husband?
wasn't for us.
Right? So for us, like we know our kids are good. We were talking about this earlier, how they're just growing up so fast.
Yep.
Well, there's gonna be a point where they're out of the house.
Yes.
So
Gone.
I don't want to sit and look at my husband like, who are you? I don't, I want to make sure that our friendship stays intact. Like, we've been together so long. I want to make sure that we still have fun. We still know how to do things. We travel without the kids. We do things without the kids because we need them to understand, like, okay, this is our unit. Y'all are important, but we want to make sure that this team right here is solid. The foundation has to be solid.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I'm sitting here listening to you, right? And in the day we live in, we get a lot of this battle of the sexes, right? Or even when you get into mom and dad, who does what and who's doing more, we get all of this. And I think it robs us of being different and working together to make it happen. Because men and women deal with things differently. But as I listen to you, we still have the same concerns. Because I'm sure in your household, you're different than I am in my household. But I've had some of the same thoughts and the same feelings that you've had. And I understand that you are talking to women, but I feel like a lot of things that you said that I've read because there, first of all, right now there are a lot more men who are in the caregiver space.
Yeah.
For one reason or another. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to do with masculinity or whatever.
Right.
You got fired, you got downsized, you're doing a home-based business, you know, the mama making more money, and you know, it's all kinds of reasons. It's happening, baby. Especially in this DMV, these women are doing it, right?
Well, that.
But
Type of man are you?
whoa.
Let that happen. What's
Whoa! Congratulations to your wife on her new job. Doing her thing.
Wow.
But anyway, you know, we have the same concerns. We gotta be able to work together. Now, in your article, you said this, and this again goes to working together. You said, don't assume that your husband and others around you know what you need.
Right.
You know, that communication is a part of working together. But in your article, you said that. Explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so I think I touched on it a little bit, but basically we as women, for the most part, sometimes a lot of us feel like our actions or, you know, whatever, like people should know I need help. Not when you're walking around like you have it all together or, you know, like you're running from this place to that place. Like, I'm not thinking that you need help because you're not asking for it. But there's so many people who want to help and who would help if you ask for the help. And so we walk around, you know, with this, you know, this, I don't know if it's a badge of honor. It's really not, but that's how it's looked at. And so we were talking about the dad's panel that, you know, that was at the retreat, and one of the things they talked about was, you know, moms or women who keep their kids against their dads, you know, just because, you know, and so it brought up the point, like, you know, you have a lot of women out here who are acting like they're single moms, but no, you have a dad who wants to be in the life, and you're not allowing them to help you. You're carrying this, you know, woe is me, but look at what I'm doing. No, you're not. Like, he wants to be there, but you're making it hard. So I think it's just a matter of letting people help you, and it's okay to want help, to ask for help, like, just to get help. Like, nobody was created to do this alone. Like, it takes a village for a reason. So.
Yes, I'm so glad you said that. You had something to say?
Yeah. So, prior to you coming to this, you know, knowledge or whatever, so you said you had, after the kids were born, you were kind of like in a down mood. What's the difference between your relationship then and now?
With my husband?
Yes.
Oh gosh. I mean, fortunately, we've always had a great relationship.
Right.
I think, you know, now we're just open. Like, if there's an issue, like, we're going to talk about it, you know, and we can now, 13 years in, we can talk about something, or we could be upset about something, talk about it, and it's done. Like, we're not harnessing, you know, keep going at that same topic, you know. So I think now, like, we really are best friends. We can talk about different things. I find what makes me happy, and he's okay with, you know, he's a homebody for the most part. Sometimes I go out more, but you know, he's okay with that. Like, you know, so we allow each other to do our own thing.
And what brought you out of that, though?
What brought me out of my it was finding myself. It was going back to figuring out what are the things that make me happy. Going back to, okay, let me stop, you know, dressing like a bum. Not saying that that's, you know, but I just stopped caring about what my outward appearance looked like. And so I had to start taking better care of my outward appearance to start feeling better and to really start going out and doing the things that I used to before I became a stay-at-home mom.
So is this right to say that your outward appearance started affecting your self-esteem
For
inside?
me, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, being at home will do that though.
Yeah.
You know, house all the time. You like, man, this
Yeah.
didn't get too dirty yesterday.
Right.
Yeah. You know?
Well, look, let me ask this, and I'll say it quickly. What do you want to say to moms out there who are sitting on dreams right now? You know, how can we get out there to them that, you know, they can do it too?
First of all, stop sitting on it and do it because your kids are watching. Like, one of the main reasons I started my blog and started my business is because I knew that I wanted to inspire my kids. Now I have a 9-year-old who started her own business and just co-authored a book. But for me, it's like
You
my
ran
kids
right
are
over
watching.
That. You wait, time out.
Right, go
You
back.
ran right over that. Talking about the dreams. You got a 9-year-old
Let me go
Yes.
back.
co-authoring a book.
Yes, she started her business, Livy Bell, and so she sews. She's always, loved to sew. My mom started teaching her how to sew, and so it came out of a trip from Disney. She saw some bows, and she's like, I can make those. So she started making bows, and then got with 26 other kidpreneurs, and they co-authored a book that just launched at the beginning of the month.
Wow.
The science behind it.
That's amazing. I gotta
thank
applaud
you.
that.
Thank you.
That's a big deal.
So she'll be doing her first DC book signing this Saturday.
This Saturday,
This
time
Saturday,
out. Okay,
where?
let's let the people know. This Saturday.
Yes, this Saturday at Mahogany Books in DC.
Okay.
Livy Bell will be doing a meet and greet.
Wow.
So she will be there from 1 to 3 at Mahogany Books.
Wow, might have to bring the kids out, man.
Please
Might have
do.
to, like, bring the kids out and just
Please
like
do.
take a big old picture.
Yes.
That might be cool, man. That's 25 kids though. We
Hey,
got 25.
Come on down.
Whoa. About that.
Come on down. But seriously, for moms who are just stuck and feeling like they can't, like, that's why I created Moms in Charge. That's why I started my Facebook group. It is literally like just support, because there are so many women out there trying to do it. We have women who are joining, like, I want to start a business, I don't know what.
Yeah.
I provide monthly trainings for moms on various topics so that you can figure out what you need and get what you need. Like, we live in a time where there's no reason why you
Right.
can't do it.
Right. And while you're saying this for moms, I watch them. I be sitting there watching your videos, like, she's saying this for women. This is not gender specific. You can use what she's telling you. There's a lot of good, and you got a lot of good videos on it, because I've seen that you share other people's videos.
Yes.
Black and Married with Kids.
Yes.
You share their videos, and there's somebody else who I saw
Used
that
to
started
write
that
for
you share
them.
their videos. But you did.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
That's actually where I started writing for them in 2012, blackandmarriedwithkids.com, and wrote quite a bit of marriage articles on there.
We don't listen. Black and Married with Kids, you out there listening? These husbands want to hook up with you. I see that y'all out there doing positive stuff. We gotta
Yes.
connect the dots, man. It's a lot that
Absolutely.
can be done.
Absolutely.
You know, we do these shows. I like to call these level up shows, just to tell people how, to get connected with things that'll take them to the next level.
Yeah.
And in this space, like, there are a lot of people, period, who's saying, hey, I want to start a business. We got a good friend who did some work for you, he's staying at home now, and he's screen printing. You know what I mean? He's trying to figure it out, and he's
Nice.
printed these nice DC Cyclones for the
Nice.
WABA women's basketball team. But shouts out to you, Curtis, out there. But doing this and helping people to level up in that way, that's really important. And a lot of times it's about connection.
Absolutely.
I want you to tell people how they can connect with you everywhere that you are, your website, your social media. Tell them how to find
Will
you.
do. Thank you. So you can find me everywhere online at momsincharge.com. No I. I'm at Moms in Charge. You can also join my Facebook group. It's the Fly Mom Suite. So moms only. Sorry, fellas. But the Fly Mom Suite. And like I said, it's a lot of support and a great village to give you the support that you need.
You heard it here, guys. If you want to get in, use your baby mother profile. Get it there.
Not your baby mother profile.
She got a lot of great information for everybody who's watching. And check her out. She's in the September issue of Essence magazine.
Page
Great
125.
article there. Page 125?
That's right.
It's a great article. You have to check it out. I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight, everybody who shared. I want to thank Mr. Skinner for giving us all the information about Bitcoin.
all of it.
Check out BitMari as well, good people. Check it out. A lot of good
Black
information.
people.
Listen, we got to build wealth. We got to level up. You got to build your personal brand. Get out there and build your goals. Get together, team up, make this thing happen, people. Listen. Thank you. We're going to always bring you that good information, that good medicine, because these husbands, we love that.
Love it.
Woo! Yeah.